Good evening and welcome. I'm Teddy, and you are listening to Night Talk. So come on in. And I say grab a glass of wine, but I have my Gatorade, and that's almost gone. So now I have my water. And I'm just relaxing after last night. And Happy New Year to those of you who are just now joining me for the first time today. Yeah. So we're not staying up till 12:30, 1 o'clock tonight. As a matter of fact, I should have come on a little bit earlier, but just couldn't make it on. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way in. Who is joining me tonight? Who is joining me? You know, today really started off. This morning when I came on, I talked about the horrific massacre. That's what it's being called in New Orleans. As it turns out, and as the day went on and the news continues to unfold, it apparently was a terrorist attack on this on that area. And after the guy, rammed this pickup truck into the crowd. And I've watched some of the news coverage of it. He had an ISIS flag with him. They're going through documents. Plus, it appears that there were others involved who allegedly were seen planting these explosive devices. Yes, like a woman and a couple of guys. And right now, they have this home in Houston. Let me see if I have it. There's a live SWAT team that I'm just going to bring it over real quick so you can just see it. Okay. And then I've got to bring it back. Okay. But there is a live SWAT team outside of the home in Houston. So apparently this vehicle, and I'm not reading right now, I'm just, trying to recall what I know, and then I will read some of it. But this vehicle was a rental vehicle. Plus, later today, in front of the Trump Hotel in Las Vegas, there was an explosion of this vehicle. Mm-hmm. And they are looking at that as a possible terrorist related attack. One person was killed in the vehicle and others were injured. And by the way, the number has risen from those who perished in New Orleans. It's up now to 15 people. Mm-hmm. And dozens were injured, and some critically injured. So this is how we are starting off the new year. Mm-hmm. And this is leading up to the inauguration that's, 19 days away. The suspect, they've identified one person that was driving the vehicle. He is, I'll just say Middle Eastern. Okay. Let me see if I can pull up the article. and just get the latest. The death toll in the New Orleans truck attack rises to at least 15. Investigators are reviewing a series of recordings that the suspect made before the attack. And then that picture I showed you of the Tesla Cybertruck explosion at the Trump Hotel in Vegas, it's being investigated as a possible terrorist act. Can that be a coincidence? It's just a lot happening today. So let's find out what is the latest in the first attack. At least 15 people were killed and dozens injured when a driver rammed a pickup truck into a crowd during New York New Year's celebration. Actually, this is in New Orleans on Bourbon Street early on Wednesday morning. The FBI is investigating it as an act of terrorism. The FBI has identified the suspect as a 42-year-old Texas man and Army veteran. The FBI said the suspect, who was killed in a firefight with officers, had an ISIS flag in the vehicle at the time of the attack. The vehicle was rented through Turo, the company said. And Turo is, I'm going to call it like a new business. Unlike Hertz Rental Car, this is a service where people can rent their cars, all right, vehicles. So that vehicle was rented through Turo. Multiple officials said the suspect made a series of video recordings before Wednesday's attack where he said he joined ISIS. The attack in the popular French Quarter happened less than a mile from where the Sugar Bowl was to be hosted Wednesday. They postponed it for 24 hours, which I think um, was for good reasons, public safety, and also just to reinforce the security and make sure that there, were no other threats. Okay. The Turo says their platform, this rental, was used to rent vehicles used in deadly incidents. Listen to this. In both cases, in New Orleans and Las Vegas, Turo said their platform was used to rent the vehicles used in the deadly attack of both. Turo is a company that runs an online platform that allows car owners to rent out their vehicles. We are actively partnering with law enforcement authorities as they investigate both incidents, a spokesperson wrote in a statement to CNN. We do not believe that either renter involved in the Las Vegas and New Orleans attack had a criminal background that would have identified them as a security threat. In New Orleans, an F, what is it? It's Ford F-150 Lightning rented through Turo was allegedly used by the suspect, identified by authorities as Shamsud Din Jabbar, who officials say killed at least 15 people after the pickup truck rammed through a crowd on Bourbon Street. New Year's celebration early this morning. Now, turning to this Las Vegas story. In Las Vegas, an unknown individual was killed after a Tesla Cybertruck they were driving exploded outside a Trump hotel on Wednesday morning. Authorities are investigating whether it was a terrorist attack and believe that fireworks, gas tanks, and camping fuel were used in the explosion. There are pictures out there, I've seen them, after the explosion of that vehicle. They show what remains inside, like the trunk, I guess, area. And there were gasoline cans, fireworks, but they haven't said how the vehicle was ignited. The spokesperson's statement continues saying that the company remained committed to maintaining the highest standards in risk management. We are heartbroken by the violence perpetrated in New Orleans and Las Vegas, and our prayers are with the victims and their families. So the FBI, um, this is 32 minutes ago, will brief Congress tomorrow, Thursday, on the New Orleans attack. Aides say that the FBI will provide an unclassified briefing on the New Orleans attack to the relevant House and Senate oversight committees and the Louisiana delegation tomorrow at 10 a.m. I'm just going to pause just to try to take in what is, yes, it's up to 15 people now. Mhm. And correct, Vicky Black, it's been on TV all day long. And now with that second incident, it has, really taken over the news story. Mhm. And of course, I haven't been able to watch it all day. I caught a little more of it. Must have been, right around between 4 and 6 o'clock. Yeah. hmm I had a productive morning after it. After messy mocha, I took care of some things. There were some stores open, yeah, and then I had a lunch with some family members. It was very nice, and then later this evening, I took care of, other things. But this news comes at a time when Americans, really, the U.S., we need to be vigilant and really have our head, it's kind of an analogy on a swivel, looking around and being aware of our area. Yes, Baby Juju says it's scary that allegedly ISIS is involved. So we're talking about here. And this was a U.S. citizen, mhm, out of Houston. And he apparently had been, I'll just say allegedly, radicalized by ISIS. And others are involved. I just showed you that picture. They have, you know, they have surrounded um, this home or this area where another known person that they suspect is involved in the New Orleans terrorist um, attack. There's some links. So let's see what. what they are saying below this, and it's on live right now. Let's see if I can. They're just waiting. It's the FBI, Harris County Special Weapons and Tactics. Well, let me see if I can. um, get some information on that. SWAT team. So, coming out of this is WDSU reporting that there is some activity related to the scene in Houston. Federal and local authorities are on the scene of an active investigation in Houston, which they said is related to the deadly terror attack. Let me just see. Oh, what? All right, so I would have to link into the Houston television station. Let's see if there's another one. Also, if I can get a picture. There's just so much going on. And of course, I don't want to play anything or, show anything for copyright. Let me go back here. Why can't I? Probably because I'm watching. Let's see if I can do this. Hang on, guys. I just put on little smooth jazz. I'll be right back. All right. So this is what, let's see, President Biden had to say about this. Let me see, he had a couple of things. He says nobody should jump to conclusions as the investigation into this attack, New Orleans attack, continues, saying the law enforcement and intelligence communities are continuing to look for any connections, associations, or co conspirators. We have nothing additional to report at this time. The investigation is continuing to be active and no one should jump to conclusions. The FBI investigation into Wednesday's deadly attack is ongoing. He added, I've directed my Attorney General, the FBI Director, the Secretary of Homeland Security, the head of the National Counterintelligence Terrorist Center, the intelligence community to work on this intensively until we have full and complete information. And once we have that information, I will share that information as soon as we can confirm it, Biden added. The president said he also directed his team to make sure every resource is made available to federal, state, and local law enforcement to complete the investigation in New Orleans quickly and to make sure there is no remaining threat to the American people. So, no jumping to conclusions. There will be a lot more that will be known. I would imagine even more in the morning and later tomorrow as as things continue to unfold. And then maybe by the morning, I'll have more information like gathered that I can um, give maybe a different perspective on it, um, outside of just just the facts that are unfolding in all of this. What it could mean. Um, did I just? It seems that I talked about recently um, the idea if something were to happen in this country, if it's local, if something, we as Americans, we think of things and see things happening elsewhere, you know and it has been some time, since the 9/11. That's been a long time. Mhm. But I don't think the idea is gone that far away. It's not just homegrown, but um, this is why we need um, a nation, a president who secures, you know, the nation, the country, and put those of us on alert when we need to be on alert, and be vigilant to what is going on. Mhm. Yeah. In our military, in our law enforcement, in government, um, all around. Yeah. Because what is the government here for? To protect its citizens. That has to be, that's one of the priorities, and to keep um, the nation safe, from outside forces. Yeah. Hmm. And we are spread across the world because we are the world leader in helping. Um, yeah. But all it takes really is these small pockets, and even within our own on our soil. Now, if this turns out to be, that's what it's looking like, a home, well, terrorist attack. Yeah, that's what it looks like. Yeah. They'll get to it, and so prayers up to the families, the victims, and those who are recovering from their injuries, including two police officers, two or three in New Orleans, who um, took fire from this now deceased suspect. Yeah. What time is it? It's 10:30. I thought I was just going to come on for just about that amount of time tonight. Let me just play a little music, maybe for the next 5-10 minutes, and then I'm going to wrap it up so that I can get a really good night's sleep tonight uh, for tomorrow. Yeah. If you have any questions, concerns, suggestions, um, you can direct them to my email at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. Again, Happy New Year's to all of you. And yeah, didn't know it would start off quite like this. And as a matter of fact, when you hear some of these news reports and people being interviewed, it's with a heavy heart when they say Happy New Year. It's like it's otherwise. Yeah. Okay. Yes, it has been a while. It has. And good evening, Bush babies. And we're just live tonight. I just went live only on YouTube. Yeah. Okay. So that's really going to do it for me. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. And join me tomorrow morning when I come back for a little messy mocha. Okay.